from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Anger tonight about how long it took to find the bodies of two people discovered today killed in the border fire. You heard about the concerns first on 10 News yesterday when neighbors came to us worried their friends had died.
10 News reporter Steve Fiorina spent the day in Potrero where residents say they shouldn't have had to do the search themselves.
Some of the neighbors are irate about how long it took to find their friends. They were discovered huddled behind a boulder a little less than halfway up the hill. 10 days after the border fire began its assault on the backcountry near Potrero, two bodies have been recovered, believed to be Jim Keefe and his girlfriend Kyrie. The sheriff's search team was joined by volunteers and was one of them who made the gruesome discovery.
The dogs were staying in this area. I figured if there's bodies up here, the dogs are going to be close to them.
She was upset by what she saw and by the period of time it took to find them.
Let me stress, our police didn't find them. The community found them. Just like the community reported on this fire, the community found them. And it's sad. It's heart-wrenching. This is something that I'll take to my grave that'll bother me for the rest of my life.
Sheriff's Department spokesperson Jan Caldwell said the search team wasn't notified until Sunday that the couple had disappeared.
As to the anger, I absolutely understand that. But what I think is very important for them to realize is that as soon as we received the information, we acted on it. Sometimes people believe that if they post something on social media, that it's something that we know about. We need to be contacted directly.
As the bodies were being brought down, several friends were hugging and fighting to hold back the tears.
He was big, like, peace and love. And he liked, the crystals and how the light would hit it. And
formal identification will take a day or two. Steve Fiorina, 10 News.
And the border fire is just one of 12 wildfires burning right now in California from one end of the state all the way down to the other. CAL FIRE tells us the border fire is about 95% contained. When a fire breaks out in San Diego, the quickest way to get information is the 10 News mobile app. We send alerts to let you know exactly where the danger is. The app is free. Just search 10 News in the App Store.
New details about this deadly crash in the North County. A man hit so hard by a car, he went through the windshield. 10 News reporter Riel Creighton is live in Oceanside. And Riel, prosecutors say the driver was so drunk she didn't even realize she had hit someone.
Kim, drunk and asleep, say prosecutors. They say the victim was here on the sidewalk, walking where he was supposed to be, and the woman who hit him kept on going, driving for more than a mile east all the way home. The 10 News breaking news tracker was on the scene within hours. Neighbors describing Estesi Sanchez as screaming and frantic. In court Wednesday, her head down and quiet, listening to the charges against her through an interpreter.
It's horrible. It's tragic. It's preventable.
Prosecutor Amy McLeod laid into Sanchez, saying Monday she admitted to police to drinking at two separate locations before driving home, and she fell asleep.
She woke up when glass was falling on her face and saw this dead person in her car.
Still going for more than a mile, she says, all the way home with Jack Tenholzen crumpled in her front seat. McLeod said Sanchez hit him while he was walking on the sidewalk near a local soup kitchen so hard it knocked his clothes off. A gaping hole in her windshield, our 10 News camera was there to capture Sanchez as she was being arrested outside her house. Over 2 hours after the accident, the DA says with an alcohol level at still more than twice the legal limit.
It's a catastrophe on every level.
Now, neither Sanchez's family, who was in court, nor her attorney spoke to reporters, so we really didn't get much in the way of a defense. She's currently on an immigration hold, and right now she is facing more than 15 years in prison on multiple charges, including gross vehicular manslaughter. We're live in Oceanside tonight. Riel Creighton, 10 News.
See the speed of the cars right there, too. Thank you, Riel. Now to a crime alert. Residents in Claremont are worried about their neighborhood after being woken up by a drug bust on their street. We spotted police escorting out two of the people who live inside the home. This is on Javier Street. A man told 10 News that Homeland Security agents had a warrant to search for drugs, but neither he nor his roommate ever sold drugs. Officers took several computers during their search. The two residents were questioned and then released.
A man has his stolen car back tonight. He actually found the thief trying to sell this car on Craigslist. Daniel Beach now pretended that he wanted to buy the car. The thief sent him to a parking lot in Mission Valley. The car was there, but the thief was not. The owner was dumbfounded. The thief's posting had lots of clues that the car was stolen.
The ad was really suspect as well. Missing the title, the ignition is broken. Runs great though. So we ended up finding it pretty quick. As soon as we saw the picture, we knew it was ours.
Police say Beach now should not have done what he did. It's dangerous. They recommend doing a screen grab of the stolen item and then showing that to police.
New developments on a pair of proposed laws that we've been tracking through the state legislature. The first would require any server or bartenders who serve alcohol to get mandatory training on how to handle customers getting too drunk. The goal is, of course, to cut people driving that way. Second is a parking bill of rights. It would regulate what can be charged at parking meters and how much cities and tow companies can charge when your car is parked illegally. Both bills just passed Senate committees and are close to going to a final vote.
I'm 10 News reporter Jessica Chen. This San Diego woman is reliving the moment she was raped after a night drinking with friends. Rachel Graff is now among 1.2 million petitioners calling for Judge Aaron Persky's removal. Persky sentenced Stanford swim team standout Brock Turner to 6 months in jail after he sexually assaulted a girl. He defended his decision, saying a prison sentence would, quote, have a severe impact on Turner. Graff says Persky's sentencing is too lenient.
Judge Persky has a responsibility to the people to say that rape is wrong.
The petition was brought to the Commission on Judicial Performance because they're the agency that reviews a judge's performance. Jessica Chen, 10 News.
Team 10 investigates this whistleblower's claims that Miramar College won't promote him out of retaliation. Jim Soten exposed that guns, even assault rifles, are missing from the campus. Investigator Melissa Masiha reveals that Soten's concerns for the safety of Miramar students.
Jim Soten is a part-time professor at Miramar College. He spent 10 years as a special agent with ICE and now teaches criminal justice classes.
I like being able to help individuals out in fulfilling their goals of getting a career in law enforcement.
He enjoys teaching there.
The institution itself and the students and whatnot is great.
But says problems began when he noticed guns that were supposed to make it to the range the school used didn't.
My concern here is that we still have guns that are standing.
Jim claims in a new lawsuit some of those firearms were found in another professor's office. He says the guns were not properly stored or registered.
That leads me to believe that if these guns weren't registered, we also have assault weapons, probably close to 30 or 40 of them that are outstanding that weren't registered either.
He voiced his concerns to administration.
Every time that I brought up the mention of firearms or whatnot, or that I think something is outstanding, they basically told me to shut up and quit talking about it. We don't want to bring this to light to anybody.
Because of that, he says he was passed up twice for a full-time position, even though the lawsuit states he was told he performed the best in the paneled interview.
You can't be retaliated against for reporting what you believe to be violations of the penal code.
Jim still wants to teach at Miramar, but
I'm still concerned for the safety of everybody there. We know guns are outstanding.
Melissa Masiha, Team 10.
Team 10 contacted the San Diego Community College District. A spokesperson said that they don't comment on pending litigation.
The music festival KGTV says that it's going to invest money in keeping down the noise from its concerts. Last year, there were about 3 dozen complaints that the music sound could be heard as far as 5 miles away from the Del Mar Fairgrounds. KGTV says this September they're going to move some stages and some speakers. They're also going to patrol neighborhoods to collect noise data. This year's performers include Aerosmith, Jimmy Buffett, Jack Johnson, Lenny Kravitz, and comedian Dana Carvey.
You'll have a few new low-budget flight options if you're looking to go skiing in Utah this winter. Alliant Airlines says that it's adding 2 flights each week between San Diego and Provo, Utah. That's a suburb of Salt Lake City. Alliant thinks that the new routes will bring 16,000 more visitors to San Diego every year.
There is a crackdown on people wearing movie and superhero costumes along the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The city council says it's gotten dangerous for tourists, so street performers are accused of getting too aggressive as well, making the family-friendly tourist attraction unsafe. A new plan is now being considered, which would force performers to get a license each day. The costume characters say it will kill the Hollywood atmosphere. A San Diego police officer and retired soldier now battling a life-threatening illness.
He just said, you're chock full of cancer in there.
how they're using the name of his illness to help raise money to fight it.
Allegations taxi companies are pocketing more of your money than they should when they pick you up at the airport.
And a theater apologizing for what they showed before a screening of Finding Dory.
And we're shifting gears to a gradual cool down. I'll pinpoint if it'll last through the holiday weekend.
Then on 10 News at 11 o'clock, a strange man attacks. His victim, a woman at a dog park. Her dog fights to protect her. Right now, the search for that man and the serious charges he could face before he attacks again.
Now, from the list, the easy taco salad in a bag hack. Take a bag of Fritos, toss in your favorite taco fixins, just don't forget the tomatoes.
The juice in the tomato is also going to kind of help create almost like a sauce.
Close the bag, crush the chips a bit, and give it a good shake.
Wow, I think this is the greatest invention since fire and the wheel.
And bread.
And penicillin.
For more lists, DIY, and life hacks, watch The List tonight at 7:30.
A San Diego police officer pleading for help, taking care of his partner battling stage 3 rectal cancer.
10 News military reporter Hannah Mullins discovered that they're jokingly using another word for that area of the body to help raise money for his recovery.
Wow. My wife has called Jason my girlfriend.
Yeah. My wife calls Greg my work boyfriend.
We hit it off pretty quick.
That's what Jason Zdunich thought. The Air Force vet felt an instant connection with Gregory Pilkington, who had just returned from deployment.
My sergeant stuck me with this guy.
10 hours in a patrol car can go south fast, and Pilkington remembers his first impression.
This guy is I don't really like him.
And you had liked him.
Yeah. Well, I'm a nice guy.
Zdunich picked him as a partner the next night.
I had mentioned to him in passing, my wife and I finally had a date night, but we just didn't have any money to go anywhere.
Zdunich treated them to a surprise date night.
That was the nicest thing anyone really has ever done for me.
Now, they don't even do the daily lineup because everyone knows they ride together. That changed a week ago.
I went in because I thought I had a hemorrhoid.
He just said, you're chock full of cancer in there.
He'll do chemo to shrink it so doctors can cut it out.
Talk about a pain in the
They laugh to keep from crying. Pilkington is trying to raise money for whatever his family needs.
He means a lot to a lot of people. Since he has cancer, I named it Save the because he's a bit of a
Yeah, this is the choke up part.
Because he's truly touched.
There are people I've never even met that just say, I'm going to be there.
It's okay to cry, man.
Shut up. Smack you.
For now, Pilkington is serving solo.
I just don't like anyone enough. I like Jason.
He's doing what he can since he can't protect Zdunich from this killer.
He is but he's a lovable. Wow. So he's my.
Hannah Mullins, 10 News.
His bleep. Pilkington says that his partner Zdunich will pull through and fill that seat again. And we posted a link to the GoFundMe page on 10news.com. Just click on the red television button.
I'm John Horn at the San Diego International Airport, where one of the fees is coming under fire. San Diegans who take a taxi from the airport pay a flat $2.71 just to get going. The money is supposed to help maintain roads and hire traffic officers. But cab companies that invest in energy-efficient cars get to keep 71 cents of that as a reward. A local attorney filed a claim to get it stopped. Taxi drivers set off camera that they don't see a penny of that money. Passengers say the fees are part of traveling.
It's almost like don't fight City Hall. If you're going to travel, you pay it.
The fee is about to increase to $2.90, but the incentives will then disappear. John Horn, 10 News.
The Padres are getting set to welcome the New York Yankees for a rare visit to Petco Park. And this afternoon, the Padres wrapped up a quick 2-game series against the Baltimore Orioles that didn't go so well. The Orioles scored 23 runs in about 21 hours, including today's 12-6 win. Padres manager Andy Green was ejected from the game in the 5th inning.
A California movie theater is apologizing for showing a very inappropriate trailer before the family-friendly movie Finding Dory. Families expected trailers for movies similar to Finding Dory. Instead, the theater played a trailer for The Sausage Party. Yes, it's also animated, but it's also very raunchy. It's an R-rated film starring Seth Rogen. You can get the picture here. The theater says it was a mistake and it won't happen again.
Weather Rate certified San Diego's most accurate forecast. This is 10 News Pinpoint Weather, sponsored by Frank Subaru on the Mile of Cars.
Everyone's looking at me for my response.
Which is priceless.
I don't like animated movies anyway, much less that other one. But
not the raunchy ones either. Oh boy. All right, I'll try not to laugh for 2 minutes here. It's going to be a better weekend, and the next couple of days we'll start to see those temperatures slowly cooling down. We have been under a heat advisory since Sunday, and it will finally expire at 8 o'clock, so we have another 45-ish minutes to go. Onshore flow returns, and it's going to bring us back to normal, rather, and that will happen on Friday. Let's take you out to Del Mar, the San Diego County Fair, looking great right now. You can see how sunny, how nice it is. It's open until Monday, so take advantage of the next couple of days, especially since it'll be cooling down. You can run around and enjoy the weather. But if you're going to be near the water, be careful. A beach hazard will be in effect all the way through Friday. The waves coming out of the south-southwest surf between 3 and 6 feet. The highest will be on Thursday, so certainly tomorrow we'll be watching for those very strong rip currents and elevated surf to make for dangerous swimming conditions. High pressure has been in place, and what we're looking at here, this is actually the upper levels of the atmosphere. So the setup is going to be high pressure still lingering, but a low pressure will start to build. And this system is actually going to be the reason why the onshore flow will be returning, and the same reason why temperatures will be closer to normal this weekend. So if you have outdoor plans, that is a 4th of July weekend, I'm sure you do, it is going to feel a lot better. Tonight, we drop it down to 63 Escondido, 62 Ramona, 65 in San Diego. And then tomorrow, still a couple of 90s and upper 80s. You factor in the humidity and the sunshine, and it feels like we're still in the 90s. So I know tomorrow you're going to be like, she said it was going to get better, but it's still not better. It will be better at the coast. So nice tomorrow, low 70s. A few patchy clouds. The weekend will keep temperatures around 70 to 69 degrees. And then as we make our way inland, 87 degrees on Thursday, 83 on Friday, the weekend will be nice for grilling with temperatures between 80 to 82 degrees. 4th of July will bring those temperatures around 82, so not too bad. Much better in comparison to the numbers we'll see even tomorrow. That's 5 degrees cooler for the 4th of July. The mountains, a lot more comfortable also this weekend.
It is comfortable.
A nice cool down for all the tourists who will be in town.
Oh yeah,
Gonna have a lot.
too.
Yes.
All right, Disney fans, we have some good news for you.
Starting tomorrow, 10 News is giving you a chance to see Disneyland's Diamond Resort celebration. We're giving away a family 4-pack of tickets every day starting Thursday. You have 2 chances to win. You can watch 10 News at 6 a.m. every morning and at 11 p.m. every night. Listen for the cue to call. A video is going viral on Facebook showing a very unlikely dessert.
Would you want to cap off a meal with a Madagascar hissing cockroach?
No.
The secret behind the treat next in Fact or Fiction. She is so good. But you know what? It's the fact that they take all season for that one thing to happen. And then her son just like,
Well, he couldn't take it. Maybe that was part of her plan because she became the queen.
Tonight's Fact or Fiction is brought to you by America's Finest Carpet.
in tonight's Fact or Fiction, we are looking at a video going viral today on Facebook showing an incredibly disgusting looking dessert. Check this out. A New York woman says Madagascar hissing cockroaches make for an outstanding treat. This has people asking if this is actually something that you can eat. And the answer is yes, because it's not actually a roach. This is an incredibly realistic looking cake. The woman creates artistic desserts. The cockroach is actually a chocolate cake, Boston cream filling, and 2 hard chocolate shells delicately frosted to look like a roach. Yummy. How about that? The creation is just her latest. The same baker posted other crazy sweets, including a goat head cake, skinless goat head cake at that, complete with gelatin eyeballs and a very realistic human heart. Hope you're enjoying your dessert right now. If you'd like to submit a question to us, just go to 10news.com and click on the red television button and look for Fact or Fiction. We'll be right back.
The popular Southern California water park Wild Rivers could be making a comeback. 5 years after shutting down, there's a push to build a new Wild Rivers in Irvine. The original park's president has plans for a $45 million development. There's competition. A San Diego wave pool company started Surf Lock, and it says it wants to build a surf park on the same site.
That looks like fun.
Yeah.
We should go do that.
Bring them on.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. You first. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight for 10 News at 7. We'll see you back here at 11.
That's what you always say. A woman grabbed at a local dog park. Her attacker still on the loose.